Good morning, everyone. It's Roy Breton here from Roy Breton Online. I've got a friend of mine, Nick Wood, who's a digital marketer who I've got to know recently from a few various projects. And Nick's here to talk about what he does. And he's also had an 11K day, which kind of caught my eye because you hear all these stories and you think, does anyone really do that? Now, I've been working online a long time, so I know the power of the internet. And it's always good to speak to people who have a success story. And I love to see people who win. You know, they can be small wins or big wins. So, welcome, Nick. Good to see you.
Thank you, Roy, for having me on. I'm very pleased to be here. Very happy
Yeah,
to join.
fantastic.
Thank you.
So, we've got a few questions for you, Nick.
Yeah.
So, can you tell us a little bit about yourself and how you first became involved in the internet and digital marketing, please?
Yes, for sure. Well, I had an accounting background. I spent half my life accounting, pricing healthcare for a very prestigious charity, and it was great. I was living in Germany, and out there it was wonderful. We had houses paid for us. We had discounts
Brilliant.
on cars. It was awesome.
Mm,
And then change happens. You're going along in your life quite happily, and then someone will change something. So in my case, it was the government decided to pull the troops out of Germany, the UK troops. That was where I was based. I wasn't in the army, but I was a subcontractor providing all their healthcare. And so yeah, writing was on the wall. Either this was 2013, so it was a case of either I stayed in there until 2019 and got redundancy, or came home with myself and Debs, and actually, spend time with the people that we loved.
yeah.
So that's what we did. It took a while. We were going through a final contract bid at the time. So back in 2013, I got Deb's home first of all. I spent another year out in Germany just bedding in the contract, making sure it was working okay. And then I came, but I didn't want to do was then I was 48. I didn't want to then spend another, you know, 25, 30 years accounting. It wasn't, no one ever wakes up wanting to be an accountant. I don't think one of those professions I drifted into.
Mm,
And so I wanted to do something else. And luckily, Deb's supported me, and we got a bit of funds behind us
that's good.
by the time we came back. So I was given that opportunity. My first idea, coming from Germany, was I was thought, right, I wanted to make and sell sausages in local markets, because I'd seen it happen in Germany. Like I was at the Mönchengladbach Christmas market one year, and my little accounting brain was working out just how many sausages were flying out of this one stall
Mm,
every minute, and then I was like roughly calculating how much that could make. And so that was my big plan when I first came back.
yeah.
And it was obviously a lot more difficult than I thought. So, but one of the things I did do, and this is really the start of it all, was I thought I probably needs a website. And so I bought a domain off GoDaddy, and without any training, only watching some weird videos, I managed to build this little website. It was pretty rubbish, Roy, to be honest.
Mm,
But one of the things I did manage to do was I managed to get my website ranking higher than our local award-winning sausage making butcher in North Camp. So I thought, oh, okay. And then my sister, she'd got an online based business with service departments. And so she said to me one day, she said, "Oh, why don't you come up?" She said, "I'm going to this guy. It's free. He's talking about marketing. Might give you some ideas." And so we went along. It was like, okay, I thought this looks quite good. And then I went to lots of other like little business expos in London just to try and find what I wanted to do. And the one that really brought me into internet marketing was uh, I went for there was I think it was like £27 or something, and it was a morning in a Heathrow hotel with a guy called Simon Coulson and the Internet Business School. And yeah, and and I sat there and I met him and I chatted to them and was like, wow, yeah, this internet marketing could be quite good. So then, not knowing anything about funnels, of course, I then went through his funnel, totally
okay.
blissfully unaware, and ended up, yeah, joining Internet Business School, doing their diploma. At the time, it was the only Ofsted approved um, internet marketing qualification. So
Mm,
That was quite cool, but it was everything. It taught us everything. So there was email marketing, website building, video marketing,
Mm,
affiliate marketing, every aspect of digital marketing you could think of,
mm,
which again can be a little bit overwhelming. And so I thought, okay, so I can do this. So I set up my own little agency and started building some people's websites. I mean, to this day, I will promise you, I'm not the best at building websites at all. They look awful because I just don't have that creativity element.
I
So,
understand, but
so
what most people don't understand is your website doesn't have to be pretty. It can look really rubbishy, but providing you're doing some kind of SEO and getting things right, you'll get the traffic.
yeah, in my defense, that's something I always said
Mm,
to people was
yeah.
was yeah, the best or the most effective website on the planet is probably one of the most ugliest, and that
Mm,
is the Amazon website.
yes.
So, there's none more successful than that one, I don't think.
No, that's a
But
good way of looking at it.
it's not the best
Mm,
one to look at all.
no.
But
No.
that's what it says on the tin. So,
Yeah.
so I started doing that.
Mm,
And then because my like accounting brain and coming from a very certified um, health health industry
yes.
where everyone needs certifications on everything. I thought, oh, I better go get myself certified. So I got my diploma. Then I saw a guy, Ryan Dice, and the digital marketer, and so I got certified with them for paid ads, for social media, lots of different
Okay.
certifications with them. And then I got certified with Google for ads and for analytics.
Mm,
And again, just for certification sake, really, not particularly because I was learning it,
no.
but but went and did that, and that kept me going. And I was running ads I was doing a bit of video marketing. I
Mm,
was running ads for service industry providers,
yeah.
which was just keeping me ticking over. And then,
Yeah.
of course, got to 2021 or whenever it was, when we had a big shutdown, and of course, everything just stopped.
Yes.
So I was because I was a one-man directorship. There was no support,
No.
for no furloughs or anything like that. So yeah, we had to just do our own thing and eke by on our savings, which was a little bit frustrating,
Yes. Yeah. No, I
but
understand.
taught the lesson that you want more than one income stream.
Yes. Yeah.
And
Very true.
as luck would have it, that just before the shutdown, I just started producing a live stream uh, program online
Right.
for a guy, and he was in Los Angeles, and he was a real estate broker. And
Okay.
so I was behind the scenes using this Be Live software. So he was doing his live stream, and I'll be putting up all the titles and X, Y, and Z. But of course, that all stopped as well.
Yes. Yeah.
But I had the software.
Yeah.
So I said to Debs, I said, right, I will hold a space open an hour a day, and live stream. And then anyone who has got a business can come on, say whether they're still open or how we can contact them, how we can still buy their goods and services, those sorts of
Mm,
things. So I thought it was a brilliant idea. And
yeah.
so the day before lockdown, I walked down North Camp High Street asking everybody, all the businesses down there, oh, this is what I'm going to do. Would you be interested? And everybody said, nah, no thanks, not interested in the
Mm,
slightest. So I had that massive rejection. It was like,
not
oh,
good.
okay, not good. But I
No.
did it anyway. So
Yeah.
so I got a nephew down in Bournemouth who's a builder. So I said, come on, James. I said, you can come on. And he's like, oh yeah, I'll talk to you. So he came on and we had a chat on the first day. And for the next 3 days, maybe 4 days, I was just there for an hour by myself,
Mm.
doing a live stream, but talking. I was talking pretty much to myself
What were you
for an hour.
broadcasting on this? What were you?
So I was broadcasting on Facebook. It
Yeah.
was a Facebook business page I'd hardly used.
Yeah.
Um, it was pretty dormant, and I was just using that, and I was using this Be Live
Yeah.
software to do it. And so after 4 days of nothing, what I didn't realize, and this is the real big lesson, is you don't know what's happening sometimes behind the scenes.
Yeah.
And I didn't
Yes.
realize
I hear you.
Facebook gave me massive reach. I had no
Mm,
idea.
mm,
And then so I had a lady reach out to me who didn't come on the live stream,
yeah.
that said, "Oh, I don't want to do live stream, but I have a Facebook group with 2,500 Berkshire-based business owners in it.
Okay.
Would you like me to tell them
Mm.
about it?" Absolutely. So then I went from having no one to talk to at all, no one to interview,
Mm.
to then having, multiple people. We were doing about three, trying to get three in at once at one stage.
Really, Nick.
And so yeah, and so that
That's
was
brilliant.
yeah,
And
and
it
it,
just
it
shows that before we were recording, we were talking about the power of the internet and what and the
yeah,
opportunities. And yeah, so I guess your message would be to anyone listening that um, it takes time. It doesn't happen overnight, like so many people
yeah,
think. And
absolutely. And don't get put off by people,
exactly.
rejecting you.
Mm.
Just because no one in North Camp wanted to do it
Yeah.
didn't mean it was a bad idea. It was
I,
a tiny, tiny sample size.
I thought that when you said no one was interested, but you didn't say, okay, give up. You push forward and next
Yeah,
idea. Yeah.
yeah. Well, it was my it was my idea, and I thought, well, if they don't want to do it, that's no problem. I'll do
Yeah.
it. I'll do it anyway. So,
Some
but
people
yeah,
don't.
but no, I mean, but a younger version of me might well have thought, oh, do you know what? That's a rubbish idea then,
Yeah.
and not
But
done it.
we never stop
So
learning.
no, exactly. And so
No.
yeah, and sometimes just be a bit pig-headed and do it anyway. And
Yeah.
so this thing started going on okay, and I was getting people, and then one lady came on, and she said, "Oh," she said, "I can't believe it. That's the best interview I've ever had." I'm thinking,
Oh.
well, you must have had some rubbish ones. And she was all about manifesting and the law of attraction.
Mm.
And she was like, "Oh, you didn't ask one stupid question." I said,
Okay.
"Well, I kind of get it. I'm into that as well."
Yeah.
So she said, "Oh, would you help me? Could we build a Facebook? Could we build a Facebook page and a Facebook group?"
Mm.
And we're in shutdown. So I said, "Yeah, of course we can. Of
Yeah.
course we can. Why not?" So we did that, and we live streamed. So I basically interviewed her like on a Monday to Friday
Yeah.
at 8 o'clock in the morning for half an hour.
Yeah.
And we built this Facebook page and Facebook group, the free group. I think got to about 2,000 people, and we had about 100 people in our paid group.
Yeah.
Um, and it was really good. The problem being was when I actually met her after lockdown, um, what she what she practiced and what she preached didn't
Oh.
quite match.
Oh.
Which
Okay.
was like, wow, it's like really really strange. If she wanted to do some, you know, going against the grain of good vibration.
Mm.
And so I just gave it to her. I said, "Look, you can have it," and she was amazed. She said, "Really?"
Mm.
I said, "Yeah, I don't want anything for it. You run with it, no problem. I'm going to go off and I'm off to do something else."
Yeah.
And that's from that live streaming. Um, I then got more into affiliate marketing again,
Yes. Yeah.
because I had the agency and not really done the affiliate marketing like I wanted
Mm.
to. And so I started doing that, and then I started doing things where I'd I'd learn something, and then I'd put a video out on my YouTube channel teaching how I did it. So how to create whatever. I did some editing
Mm.
videos. I did some how to join ClickBank, how to join X, Y, and Z, and how to join Amazon and join their affiliate program
Mm.
and the like. And there was about with the live streaming community, there was about 5 or 6 of us that live streamed together every
Okay.
Wednesday as we could. And one of the guys, Marco from Portugal, he came on one day. He said, "Ah, you want to be on the Amazon live stream influencer program? It's really good." And so we're thinking, okay, yeah, maybe I'll have a look at that. And
Mm.
another English guy, Steve, was like, "Okay," and then he did it, and he was like, came on, and he said, "Yeah, seriously, it's good. You want to do this, and you
Okay.
can sell on Amazon." And so I thought, right, that's a good one. I will record myself then applying for this program,
Yeah.
and then I can put that up as a video. I put the recording on. I went into it, and without pressing anything, it said you are approved. And
Oh.
I had totally forgot I'd applied for this thing 6 months before anyone
Mm.
had even mentioned it.
Oh.
Totally
That's
forgotten
usually what
about it.
happens.
Yeah, and so it was approved. And I was like, okay. And so for the next year, it was great. I was able to live stream on Amazon.com,
Mm.
like your own QVC channel,
Mm.
and I was selling these sort of cameras, webcams, and microphones. As I said to you, I had this blue Yeti that I always talk about. I had this phone I'd bought just at the same time. um, and yeah, and it was great. Amazon was giving us tens of thousands of views
Mm,
per show, and our live stream was appearing on the page that we were talking about. So if I was
mm.
talking about these earbuds, then my live stream would be on that earbud page. And
Okay.
so it was really good. So whilst we
Yeah.
had tiny, tiny commissions, we were shifting uh, a heck of a lot of product.
Okay.
Like all these good, as all these things happen, there were some Chinese agencies came along and they just flooded it, and without the products, and Amazon decided it wasn't working the way they wanted, so they just turned the taps off. So we went from
Yeah, I didn't. Yeah, well, I was going to ask you, is it still going? But I don't think Amazon is quite like it used to be, is it?
no,
For affiliates.
yeah, no, and it's one of those things. They wanted the influencers. I mean, there was on this live stream program, their live stream influencer program. Uh, they had 20,000 members of it,
Mm,
of which 5,000 were active,
mm.
of which 2,000 were active monthly, and of
Okay.
which 500 were active multiple times a day. And I
Really?
was in the 500 multiple times a day group.
Okay.
But Amazon didn't want those. They wanted big influencers to come in that could bring people to Amazon, not the other way around. And
Yes.
so it was a case of yeah, it's their platform. You have to go with what they want to do. But interesting. And again, because it was just such small margins, it was much small commissions.
Yes, that's right.
It
The,
didn't make sense to
the,
continue.
I mean, the slightly sad part, I think, is that the affiliates built Amazon, really, I would say.
Mm, yeah,
But
I think they did.
yeah, and then I think when we had COVID, then they put the well, I think it's happened a few times, but they put the rates down, and that seemed a bit naughty. Just before when everyone was going to struggle, they put the rates down for the
Yeah.
commission rates.
Oh, absolutely. And the
Yeah,
thing was, for all the bad things that the lockdown did, it turned shopping online suddenly became the norm.
yes,
And
yes,
so instead of having 20% of the market, suddenly it was pretty much 50% of the market.
mm,
And so they didn't really need, the affiliates
yeah,
stuff because suddenly everyone was online
yeah,
and drama.
yeah.
But every cloud has a silver lining. So from that, I thought, well, Nick, digital products are
Y-
way higher commissions than
yes,
Amazon.
mm, yeah, that's very true.
So,
Yeah,
so I then started looking at digital products with master resale rights
mm,
and higher affiliate commissions, and that's
mm,
when I started making money that way.
yes, yeah,
And
yeah,
again, it's all these things you have to you start it's like a
yeah.
start stop. But if you keep doing it, keep practicing, keep going on, everything you learn from, you just get better.
And I
Uh,
always say to
and
people
it
to
was
keep learning. Don't.
yeah,
It's always good, kind of good to learn, not necessarily something every day, but to
yeah.
keep an
And
open mind.
and don't worry if things go wrong. Don't worry. That's just life.
Uh,
Don't take it personally. Just
no,
work a way around it.
and learn from it. All
Yeah,
these top people who are high up in whether it's an offline business or online business, they didn't give up. They don't give up when there's a problem. They just think, oh, that didn't work. We'll try this and
yeah, exactly,
yeah, test it out. And
exactly.
sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't.
It is, and I
Yeah.
often see this stat. As one of the guys online, can't think of his name off the top of my head, but he always puts a caveat on his affiliate marketing videos by saying, "Look, he said the vast majority of people that make money or want to make money online fail." And so he
Mm.
says, I think it's something like 97% try and don't make it. So,
Which is
you know,
exceptionally high.
which is high because
Yeah.
it's got no barrier to entry.
Mm.
So people think they could just go on, learn it, and
Yes,
do it.
that is,
Um,
yeah, that is
and
true.
so on that, our results are not normal.
Yes, yeah.
We've learned and taken time and applied what we've learned. It's
I, I'm on a platform. I've been on a platform on this platform. It's called Wealthy Affiliate for nearly 12 years. It's a genuine platform, and I get people reach out to me. And there's a man at the moment I'm trying to help. He wants to give up. He's been doing it for 5 weeks, and he's made a sale, and he's saying it's not working. I've actually made a video about it. I haven't mentioned his name and a blog post because
wow.
I actually in 5 weeks to make a sale. I don't think
I,
that's that bad.
no,
And
I think that's brilliant.
he's sort of moaning about it, and I've told him to speak positively about it, because if you're speaking negatively yourself, you're going to get down. But if you speak, you know, proper words, you build yourself up and
Yeah,
get around the right
absolutely.
people. But he keeps coming back with negative things, and I keep trying to encourage him because I genuinely want to help him.
Yeah.
But yes,
But that's
too many people expect overnight success.
yeah, and isn't that funny? Just
Yeah.
it's like, oh, this doesn't work. I've just
No.
made one. You think, man, some people would cut your right arm off to get that sale.
Yes. Yeah. No, it's true.
Uh,
Yeah. We
I
had a big
remember,
build.
yeah, I remember my first. It wasn't on a live stream. It was my first affiliate sale
Right.
on Amazon. I made $1,
One
and it
that.
was like I think it was a book someone bought,
Yeah,
and it was like, wow, I was so happy
yes.
because it was the principle of like
Yeah.
I've made a
Made money.
sale.
Yeah.
And if I can make one, even though it was $1,
Yes.
I could make more.
I can make
And
ten of
that
those
was
and
a
plus.
real, it was like I think that just made me decide, well, I'm never going to stop
No. 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 Yeah.
until I get it nailed.
Yeah. It's a great shame that the industry, or whatever you like to call it, makes people think they can build a business overnight. I think it's some of these like headlines, like I started with that you had your 11K day. No, you're not doing that every day.
No,
Um,
I wish.
and yeah, yeah, that's right. If we had Mr. 11K day man's coming on, that would be a false alarm sort
Yeah,
of thing. But the fact is, it's doable, and it's happened to you.
yeah,
But
absolutely.
people think, oh, I'm going to make that in this weekend. It's not like that. You build, you learn,
No,
you fail.
exactly.
Yeah.
It's one of those things. Yeah, when it happens,
Mm,
it's great, and
mm.
it's because you've put together the things that you've learned,
Yes. Yeah.
and you like, wow,
Mm,
that what I've been taught on
mm.
doing that has actually worked. No,
Yeah.
it doesn't work every day and every time,
No. No.
but if you can get an 11 grand day, once a once a month, once every 2 months,
Yes.
you're going to be a happy person. So.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's not about that. I remember Claudia, who brought me into the master resale rights
Okay.
world. I didn't even realize. Um, it was about this time last year, maybe November, December time, and she had a $30,000 month,
Okay.
and it was like, wow,
Mm.
she hasn't had a $30,000 month since, but
No.
she makes money every day.
Yes.
But
Which.
yeah, everything just culminated
Mm.
for her, and it was either November or December. And
Yeah.
then she won, but she won because she did that, she won a leaderboard prize, and I think got another $10,000.
Yeah. Good.
you
That's wonderful. It's good. It's good to hear when
think
someone has a break and
you think that's brilliant.
yeah. Yeah. Good. 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 Good for
And
her.
it,
And
no,
see
and
what.
it's and it's good, but that's purely because she works on it every day
Yeah. Yeah. Put
and
took action.
treats it like a business. That's
Yes.
the
Yeah.
other thing. A lot of people when they start to try to affiliate marketing, often it is you're doing it. I often reach out to people who are like our age. I know that probably haven't got a pension big enough, worrying about
Mm.
your kids they're at university, or kids. Certainly, my brother-in-law, both his kids, they need extra money because they
Yeah.
need houses and
Mm.
got houses, but they need a bigger house because they've got kids come and grandkids, and it's a massive drain on resources. And
Mm.
so, and particularly with I often talk about, if you're in your 60s and inflation's going through the roof, inflation's always higher than the government will ever tell you,
Yes. 100%. 100%.
because they
Mm.
it used to be called the Bromley basket in the UK, and yeah, because they pick the ones that they track.
Mm.
Funnily enough, never track housing, but
Yeah.
but hey,
Interesting that.
um,
Mm.
and so yeah, so we said this in when I worked in the health industry. The health inflation was always 5 or 6% above base rate of inflation.
Mm.
And so, but yeah, because it was never counted, it never
Interesting.
made the figures. And so, yeah, so what, so if you've got a pension, it might rise in line with inflation. In reality, that's going to be reducing its
Yes.
ability to rise. So we need something
Couldn't agree
else.
more.
So something else that can be done without any barrier to
Mm.
entry is affiliate marketing. But
Yeah.
people think, oh, that's just easy and we'll just quickly make money. Now you do have to learn it and then apply what you've learned.
Yeah.
It's like
Yeah,
like anything, you still need to learn it, but you don't. There's no cost to start. You can start for free.
yes, yeah. No, no, and that's in fact a blog post that I wrote at the weekend was based on what I just said about this chap making money in 5 weeks and not being sort of happy about it. But
Mm.
I used the example of when I started my last offline business, which was 2016. That it cost me £35,000 to set up, and then I had some. I already had quite a few tools, so I didn't have to. It wasn't like I had to buy everything. It could have not doubled that, but probably been around the 50 to 60 mark.
Yeah,
Um, and and I didn't have any work for the job I was going to do, so I had to make it happen. But fortunately, I knew about the web and what have you and how to work it, and I quickly, well, I built it out in, I think it'd been in about 7 or 8 months. It went to 5 figures a month, yeah, 5 figures a month. Um, but with an online business, like after this call, I could buy a domain and put a website up in 2 minutes, and I'd have my
yeah,
website up. And that's literally all I need to start with. They obviously need hosting, but I have hosting. So yeah, and it's unbelievable what you can do from
yeah.
a little
It is,
website. You can
and that's the
reach
thing.
the world.
Yeah, you can, and also you think if you've spent £50,000 or dollars on a starting up,
Mm,
then you take it way more seriously
yes.
than people do.
Yeah, which kind of comes back to what you just said. People don't take it seriously enough.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
and
They'll
then
just they'll buy a £500 course,
mm,
get excited, and then
mm,
when it doesn't happen,
no,
oh, it doesn't work. It's like,
no,
but
no. No, I had a load of questions for you, Nick, but I think
yeah, sorry,
the
Brian.
time. No, it's fine.
Yeah,
The time's going.
I've
You
been
kind of
yakking on.
kind of answered them, but I think probably to round up, if someone was starting now, you've got your groups, haven't you? Which I'm going to leave in the description and a pinned comment on YouTube and wherever we upload this to.
Yeah,
But do you want to talk about you got Nickwood Media? Oh, I put sorry, I could put Nickwood Media. I put the two same addresses in and something else. You got your school group,
and the school.
which will be in the description.
Yeah, yeah. So I've literally just incorporated Nickwood Media, so that's now a limited company,
Okay.
and that was based. And I've done that pretty much because I used it for local businesses, so this was to
Yeah.
serve the local business community,
Okay.
but also it houses the affiliate side as well. So I just
Yes.
wanted to
Yeah.
bring it to a nice legal
So, but
entity. And so you can access me through there.
yeah.
But I created the Digital Income Freedom Hub
Yes.
uh, about a year and a half ago now, I think.
Okay.
Um, and yeah, and that was just to be able to help people. It's a free community. You can join it on the school
Yeah.
platform. And there's some free trainings in there. There's some paid trainings in there. But I wanted just to create a community where people could come and ask questions and help people that are getting stuck because we
Yes.
see people get stuck.
Yeah.
So if we can
So,
help people, that's why I bought that.
if someone has no knowledge, would you say start with your group, your school
Yeah,
group?
I would say coming to the school group.
Yeah.
There's a couple of really easy ways to get started.
Yes.
One of them I talk about, which is totally free,
Yeah.
and another one which is a whole big $7. So
Yeah.
there are super low entry levels
Yes.
in
Yeah.
there, and then there are some that are $900. But
Yes. Well,
um, but yeah, I would say certainly just go and have a look at what's there, and once you're in the group, then you can ask questions.
yes.
And there are some lovely people in that group, not least yourself, right? But
Yeah, because
uh,
I joined. When did I join? About not very long ago, but barely a
yeah,
week ago, I think. But
not
yeah,
long. But
I,
there are some.
I'm quite new to the school platform. I think I first used it in November or December of last year. But
Uh,
it's it, I like it's a clean. When I say clean, it's very easy to use school. I'm in a few groups on school,
yeah,
and yeah, I like what I see. So
yeah,
so anyone can join free, can't they?
yeah,
Your group, yeah.
absolutely. And
No
there's
no
yeah,
cost involved.
no, and you can
Yeah.
get some great trainings in there. So
Yes.
it's really good.
And when I first started, Nick, I started researching in 2004 because that's when I had my first broadband connection, and I could see the power of. I mean, don't you remember dial-up? I used to find it so
I
frustrating.
I do, yeah.
It,
Dial-up was a nightmare, yeah.
it was
And
terrible, wasn't it? You send an email, providing the attachment was very small.
mm,
But when I had my first broadband connection, immediately I could see the power and the potential of the internet. The internet became usable. So that was when I started researching internet marketing. The problem is I didn't know what to do. So I started buying products that didn't work. But I'm thankful now that I'm on a few platforms that actually you don't have to, it takes all the hard work out of it. And
yeah,
like you said about your $7 thing, you can learn quite a bit from just, you don't need to spend thousands and thousands. You
no,
can, you may want to advance later on, but start small and build, would you say?
yeah, absolutely.
Yeah,
Yeah, and do avoid spending lots of money.
yeah.
When I first joined, going back to the Internet Business School, I think I paid £6,000 back in 2014 for that.
Okay. Yeah,
And
yeah,
that was good value. I then
yes. Was that
on
Simon
another
Colson?
That's Simon Coulson,
Yeah,
yeah.
the name, I know the name, and it's a name I'd forgotten, and you mentioned someone
Mm.
else's name, Ryan Dice.
Ryan Dice as
Yeah,
digital marketer.
yeah, which also rings a bell.
Again,
Yeah,
yeah, very, very good.
yeah.
I spent about $25,000 on another
Did you?
program, which was
Mm.
shocking, which was really bad.
What
Uh,
the program was, or the fact you spent that much money, or both?
both, both, yeah,
Oh,
yeah. It was, yeah. They were a bit of a shockers. They
mm,
always owned all the problems. We take
yeah,
total ownership of that. Doesn't actually help anybody,
no,
but yeah,
interesting.
no, you find them and you think, okay, I'll steer
Mm.
clear in the future.
And another thing I always think to be aware of, I can remember some of the old headlines which make me smile, things like turnkey profits, uh, um, uh, and like we weekend millionaire, that sort of thing you'd get.
Oh, yeah,
Yeah, and it's all a load of rubbish.
yeah,
You
and it's just
you build.
it's just a little hook to suck you in. But
Yes, yeah, yeah,
it's like all these things, if it's worth doing, if you're going to do it properly, learn it properly,
yes, mm,
apply it. I do get coaching. I pay a lot of money for coaching these days, but
yes,
I pay it because I know the person that I want to follow the person that has done it.
yes,
So if I can
yeah.
get access to them and they can help me get there quicker, then to
And in
me, that's
turn, you're passing on your knowledge.
yeah,
Do,
exactly.
do you do private coaching, Nick?
Yes, yeah. There's uh, I'll have to give you the link. Yeah, you can book like
Yeah,
hour
give me the
sessions.
link.
Yeah, I'll
Yeah.
drop the link for you. Yeah,
All right. Brilliant.
Uh, but yeah, no, absolutely.
Okay. Well, you may need to come in again because there's more questions, but we covered quite a bit,
No,
and do appreciate you coming on, Nick. And we'll
no, my pleasure, Ray. Sorry, when I
that,
start, it's hard to get me stopped.
well, I think that yeah, I think that shows where the passion is.
Yeah,
Because it's
exactly.
good. It's good to
That's it.
I
Yeah,
say to people say to me, "What niche do you want to go in?" And we'll do something. Have a niche that you're passionate about. Because, for example, if I done something like football, I haven't got anything against football, but I don't. Doesn't interest me.
yeah.
It interests many people I know, but it'd be a waste of time me trying to have a website on football
No,
or something. Because I don't.
exactly. You've got to have something that you
Yeah,
love
yeah.
because you're
Got
going
to
to
have.
be doing
Yeah,
it a lot.
yes,
So
yes. Exactly. It makes it 50 million times easier. So.
it does.
Yeah. All right. So thank you for coming on, Nick. We'll put your links. We'll go out onto YouTube and Facebook and probably LinkedIn, and we'll put the links in the comments and in the comment area and the description. And please feel free to reach out to Nick anytime. And thank you for coming on.
Thank you very much, Roy. Appreciate it.
Take care. Bye.